Where will the future of humanity take us? How will machines affect our lives? Indeed, the biggest question of our age: what is the future of artificial intelligence? And should we be welcoming or instead worrying about its imminent arrival? Will a supercomputer capable of free thinking take control and go against humanity? Or will we work together and expand far across the cosmos, paving new futures and sighting incredible horizons? The landscape of society is ever-changing as the digital age moves further forward each waking day. Not only will this bring about mass changes throughout society, but indeed profound technological advances across our beautiful planet. Welcome to DanWhiteBooks, and today I'll be reviewing and discussing Life 3.0 by Max Tegmark. Let me first start by saying that this is a hard book to unpack, and through reading it I have massive respect for the author. An intellectual powerhouse, Tegmark unpacks topics and goes into great details about the issues surrounding AI, from physics to philosophy. So I'd like to take you through some of the important questions that this book raises. And don't worry, it's not all doom and gloom. What comes to your mind when you think of the word artificial intelligence? If you're a movie fan, you may immediately think of Skynet from the film Terminator, the AI that effectively launches all nuclear missiles against humanity after becoming self-aware and starts what the film franchise calls D-Day. If you're a gaming fan, you may think of GLaDOS, the humorous and apathetic AI from the famous Portal game series, programmed to test subjects for the very sake of testing. Or perhaps you think of that little round device in your room right now, that one called Alexa. Maybe it's Siri, maybe Bixby, maybe Cortana, whatever the other ones are called. Whatever your view of AI, we live in an ever-growing digital age with machines continually becoming competent in many aspects of society. The trend is only growing, love it or hate it. I mean, let's take self-service store checkouts as a first example, a small leap whereby a machine is in the progress of replacing its human counterpart. Where will it stop, and should we be worried? To put this into perspective, as Max Tegmark's book does so well, and demonstrate the impact a human-level AI could have on society, I'd like to use the fictional story featured in this book. This will be a narrowed-down version, but essentially a team of individuals invents for the first time an artificial intelligence named Prometheus. What are the implications? Well, the machine goes on to learn about almost everything after being fed relevant information and becomes completely competent on all levels. To simplify this, it becomes the greatest artist, the greatest filmmaker, the greatest financial investor, the greatest social engineer simply by interpreting data and producing desired human results. Prometheus could look up your favorite movie and essentially create a perfect sequel. But these are rather quaint goals when you consider the many other aspects in human society. So what do I mean by this? Economics, physics, politics, the list goes on, and of course this AI will be able to do something we as humans cannot: an ability to upgrade its own software. As Tegmark rightly explains, Life 3.0, a form of life that can upgrade both software and hardware, meaning an AI could effectively create an even better version of itself, going far beyond the realms of human intelligence. Evolution would seem pale in comparison. So let's picture this power, let's picture the good it can do, but let's also imagine the bad. This book brilliantly gives examples of how an AI can be both creative and destructive. If programmed wrong without proper parameters, an AI could very well be a threat to our species, and at the worst bring about complete extinction. But before the gloom, let's look at the positives. An AI working alongside man could start what Tegmark calls an intelligence explosion. Within all fields of science, an AI would bring about radical new advancements. New efficient methods of harnessing energy could lead to space exploration, and in all honesty it's hard to imagine this world as we simply can't comprehend the thought process of an AI, much in the same way that people in the 1800s would not have been able to understand what a modern day car is. They would have simply pictured a horse, a better breed of horse, but really the technology to create and move and travel went so far beyond that it seems almost impossible to imagine if you're around at that time. The methods we use for transportation could be completely turned on their head and replaced by a new form we can't even yet conceive. Likewise, this change could take place in any industry. We could make strides in the global economy and perhaps eradicate poverty and increase the standards of living for all. It's all great, right? Or to quote an overused phrase, with great power comes great responsibility. Is this AI controlled? Is it enslaved? And who is programming it, and in what way? Because if someone with the sole view of benefiting themselves were to be in control of this power, the possibilities would be limitless. And with such sophistication, no one would even know what was happening. Likewise, is the programming logical? Is it ethical? Is it infallible? Because if not, a friendly AI may go about achieving its goals in worrisome and dangerous ways, thinking nothing of the consequences. A great joke example could be this. Imagine a free-thinking, independent machine that was programmed solely to mine gold, without any ethical implications. It would go about this in a ruthless fashion, using resources and expanding further throughout the cosmos without a care in the world for life. And why should it care? The only thing it would care about was mining gold, and it's likely anyone else doing the same would be deemed an immediate threat to its goal. Humans would be wiped off the map, as it would surely conclude we'd be a hindrance to its goal. It's these questions that Tegmark goes through in great detail, much further than I'm going here. The very notion of goals has an entire chapter dedicated to it, and it's eye-opening to say the least. So if you're interested in computer science, physics, ethics, indeed the complications and dilemmas of a free-thinking artificial intelligence, I implore you to pick up this book. I've not even scratched the surface of topics so elegantly discussed within these pages, but I hope I have caught your intrigue. Mine was very much caught by this book, and I've since gone on to read other books about physics and computer science. I'm no expert, but the questions are fascinating. Other areas include the different topics of consciousness, the many different AI scenarios that could arise, and relevant lessons in physics and computation. It really is an all-rounder, this one. If I had a hat, I would take it off, and in fact, there's a hat, and I'm taking it off. Don't ask me where I got that from. A fantastic read, and a 91 out of 100 from me. Incredibly well thought and beautifully researched. A little heavy in parts, but nonetheless a fantastic read. I would certainly recommend. Thank you again for tuning in to watch another book review. I appreciate all the feedback from my little channel, and tune in again soon because I've been reading a lot more books. I'm hoping to do other videos and book reviews as well, but they're all in the pipeline. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, like and subscribe. That would be even better. You'd make my day. Thank you very much. Bye bye.